Dear students, I welcome all for this session on inheritance, which is also called as extending a class in Java. In this session, you will learn what is inheritance and what are the types of inheritance supported by Java language. At the end of the session, you will learn how to implement the concept of inheritance in Java language. Inheritance. Reusability is one of the important aspect of object-oriented programming language. It is always good to reuse something that already exists rather than creating the same all over again. Java support this by supporting inheritance concept. Java classes can be reused in several ways, and this is basically done by creating new classes. Reusing the properties of one class by creating a new class is a mechanism which is called as deriving a new class from an old class, and this mechanism we call it as inheritance in Java. Here the old class from which the new class inherits the properties is called as the base class or the superclass or the parent class. And the new class which derives the properties of an old class, we call it as a subclass or a derived class or a child class. Okay. In Java, we use the keyword extends to inherit the properties of one class to another class. The keyword extends signifies that the properties of the superclass name are extended to the subclass name. The subclass will now contain its own variable and methods as well as those of the superclass. And this kind of situation occurs when we want to add some more properties to an existing class without actually modifying the existing class. Okay. The following is a syntax to illustrate how to use the extend keyword to implement the concept of inheritance in Java. So you will define a class as usual. After defining a class, to inherit the behavior, the properties and the behavior of the class to another class, we use the keyword extends after defining another class. See, the syntax is same, creating a class is same. After creating a class, to extend the feature of another class, we will write the keyword extend followed by the name of the class from which the class will extend its features. Okay, so here the class that is defined is called as a super. So from the super class, the subclass will extend the properties. Hence we write subclass extends super. Okay, so here this class we call it as base class or the super class as well as the parent class. And this subclass, as the name itself indicates, it is derived from the base class, hence it is also called as derived class and also called as child class. It is also called as child class because if this class we call it as a parent and this will be obviously a child because the child class has derived some of the properties and behavior from the parent. Okay. Here is an example program. The program consists of two classes. One is an employee class and the other is a programmer class. The employee class consists of only one variable, that is salary, which is initialized to 40,000. Here the second class, that is programmer class, is extending an employee class. That means the programmer class is inheriting an employee class. When the programmer class inherits an employee class, obviously the variable salary will be accessible to the programmer class. Okay. So you can notice that main method is a part of programmer class, and within the main method we have created an object of an programmer class, that is P, and through this object we can access the members of both employee as well as the programmer class. Hence, P dot salary and P dot bonus are valid statements in Java. Suppose if the programmer class has not extended employee class, then writing P dot salary will be an invalid statement because the salary variable was not a part of the programmer class. Next, we will learn about the different types of inheritance in Java. The inheritance allows subclasses to inherit all the variables and methods of their parent classes. Inheritance may take different forms: single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, and multiple inheritance. Let us now discuss each of these type in detail. Single inheritance. When a class inherits another class, it is known as single inheritance. That means a class will be having only one superclass. The below flow diagram shows that a class B extends only one class, which is A. Here, A is a parent class of B and B would be a child class of A. And such type of relationship, we call it as a single inheritance. Let us look into an example program for single inheritance. In this program, there is a class called animal with a method called eat. And this is just a simple program. The method is just printing a statement eating. The animal class is extended by another class called dog. Okay, so this dog class internally has a method bark, which is going to print a statement that is barking. When a dog class extends animal class, obviously the method and the data belongs to that animal class will be accessible to the dog class. Hence, this method, eat method, is also accessible to an object of the dog class. Okay. So here in the third class, that is test inheritance, we have included a main method, and within the main method we have created an object of dog class. Within the main method we have created an object of dog class, that is D, and through this object it is possible for us to access the member function, that is bark as well as eat. The eat method belongs to animal class, whereas the bark method is the member of dog class itself. So this is about single inheritance. Multi-level inheritance. When there is a chain of inheritance, it is known as multi-level inheritance. In multi-level inheritance, a derived class will be a base class to another derived class. That means a derived class is derived from another derived class. Here you can see in this diagram, a class C is a subclass or a child class of B. And B is a child class of class A. So a class A is a parent to the class B, and class B is a parent to the class C. There is a chain of inheritance, and such type of inheritance we call it as multi-level inheritance. Let us see an example program to understand multi-level inheritance. To our previous single level inheritance program, I have added one more class, that is baby dog, which extends a dog class. Okay, so this baby dog has a method, that is weep, and this method will just print a statement, that is weeping. When an object of a baby dog is created, so this baby dog object will be having an access to the methods of baby dog class, and animal class, because baby dog has inherited a dog class. So but the dog class has been derived from the animal class. Hence, the baby dog object will be having an access to the weep method, bark method, and eat method. So this is about multi-level inheritance. Hierarchical inheritance. When two or more classes inherits a feature from a single class, it is known as hierarchical inheritance. That means one superclass and many subclasses which is derived from the same superclass. The below flow diagram illustrate the concept of hierarchical inheritance. In the figure, the class B and the class C is derived from the same class, that is A. So there are two subclasses for the main class, that is A. This structure we call it as hierarchical structure. Let us understand hierarchical inheritance with an example program. To our previous program, have added one more class called cat, and this cat class is extending an animal class. Okay, so that means to the object of a cat class, the meo function as well as the eat function is accessible. Okay, so the same thing you can notice here. The test inheritance class contains a main method, and we have created an object of cat class, that is C, and through that object C we can access two methods, that is meo, which belongs to the class cat class, and the eat method, which belongs to the super class, that is animal class. Okay, suppose if you try to access a bark method that belongs to a dog class by writing c dot bark, it is going to generate a compile time error, because bark is a method does not belongs to the cat class or the animal class. The dog class is not extended by the cat class, hence bark method does not belongs to the cat class. Next type of inheritance is a multiple inheritance. When one class inherits multiple classes, it is known as multiple inheritance. That means there will be multiple base classes for a single derived class. The below figure illustrate the concept of multiple inheritance. Here the class C will be having a two parent classes, that is class A and class B. From both the classes, the class C has inherited some of the properties. Java does not support multiple inheritance because to reduce the programming complexity as well as to make the programming language simpler. However, this concept can be implemented. That means multiple inheritance can be implemented using a secondary inheritance path in the form of interfaces. That we will discuss in our subsequent session. And this concludes today's topic, that is inheritance and types of inheritance in Java. Thank you.